Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here, coach of the Bronx Beartics, and this week I'm playing PK Sparks, coach of the Phil.Feraligatrs, and yeah, it's the UCL. If you missed the team analysis breakdown for this week, I actually built my team with, well, kind of with Chimpack. Chimpack was just in the call, giving me a little bit, some suggestions. I appreciate that, so big shout out to him. Also a big shout out to Kabu, who made my Pokemon for me, because Lockie was having some issues this week, so big shouts to them. Again, if you miss any of the previous battles of the UCL as well, there is a playlist down below where you can just check them all out. I actually update my playlist, unlike Shofu. but in any case, it should be a good game. He has a Raikou, which is very, very, very threatening for my team. I guess there was a few other things I could have done to prep for that. And then there's like Scrafty, which is interesting to face because I do have a way of OHKOing it, like outright, and I make sure that it doesn't set up on any of my members, at least for free. Free. Sorry, Chimpack. But, yeah, it definitely does have some threatening mons. Also, if you like Mario and any other Nintendo games, I guess PK's channel is definitely the channel to go to for that. He's a very, very, very expressive gamer. And, I mean, you can tell his personality in all the videos he watches. Also, I'm not sure if this will go up before or after. If this goes up before 2 p.m., then it'll be before the MBL week 3. But if it goes up after 2 p.m., obviously there was also the multi-battle league week 3 that I played Baz and Cybertron. So you can go ahead and check that out. So there's a lot of stuff to check out during the week. But hopefully we have a good game. And there appears to be a problem. The battle will be canceled. PK? PK? What happened? What happened? He said, hold up. Who's the new dude? Forgot to mute music. Oh. Yes, I would like to do something else with PK. Alright, so what we're going to do is, I'm just going to pause it until we get into the actual battle. Because I don't feel like doing an intro again. And I'll just edit it in. So, I'll see you at the team preview screen. Goodbye. And we are back, and we got some threats. Hold up. Who's the new dude? No Milotic or Feraligator. I am okay with that. Arcanine could definitely be an issue. Scrafty was a good call on his part. Smeargle is definitely there too. Smeargle. I do have a Defogger, so I'm not 100% worried about Smeargle. Also, my my sub Manaphy can set up on Bronzong and like outright destroy that. So that's cool. Sub Manaphy can actually win. But I do want to play it kind of smart. I think Raikou. I know I want to play smart, but I'm thinking about what I want to do. Scrafty. No Togekiss either. Oh, I'm glad I brought all 3 of my dragons this game. I unleashed my dragons versus this man. Arcanine and Bronzong. So I think the game plan is getting Manaphy safely versus Bronzong. Set up a sub and then proceed to Tail Glow up. Thankfully, Scald plus Dazzling Gleam actually destroys everything he has. So we're gonna lead off with our banded Garchomp, and I think just go for Dual Chop to break a potential sub, or excuse me, break Scrafty's Focus Sash. It also breaks Breloom's Focus Sash. Like, it matches up well. And if he leads off with Bronzong, I hard switch directly into Aggron, set up my Stealth Rock, and then they are up for the entire game. So let's get rid of the bottom screen real quick. Good luck to PK. Have fun, buddy. I was watching Duck Game while I was waiting for it, so that was all fun. But we'd lead off with Garchomp. I guess he could be Scarf Smeargle, but if he is, then I burn the immediate turn of sleep anyway. He doesn't have a Dragon Resist. He does lead off as Bronzong, so what I want to do is hard switch directly into my Aggron and just set up my Stealth Rock. I think that's the best play. Unfortunately, Bronzong being led, like I was thinking about leading off with sub Manaphy. The problem is if he is Sash Breloom or like potentially Scarf Breloom or something weird like that. Well, Scarf Breloom isn't weird. I've used that, but if he is Scarf Breloom, like he bullet sees me through my sub. So we go hard out into my Panza. I got bras. Okay, anyway. As he sets up his Stealth Rock, that's completely fine. I can literally do the exact same thing, getting them up, breaking any Focus Sashes on Breloom, forcing Arcanine to come in at 75%. I mean, Arcanine can come in right now if it really wants to, but I just get the Mega off early, and that's exactly what I wanted. The Stealth Rock. And if you go Scrafty, I am clicking Roar. 100%. He does withdraw. I'm assuming Arcanine is going to come out. Let's see if it's Intimidate or Flash Fire. Yep, Arcanine. It's a Naruto. What is that? That just means fire, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so it's Intimidate, Arcanine. Intimidate. Because my Aggron does nothing this game, and I don't want to risk. I definitely don't want to risk Garchomp being burnt, especially because he doesn't have Dragon Resist, but he doesn't have like a Dragon Immunity. I'm just going to keep clicking Roar right here. He might just close combat, predicting Kyurem. He might Will-O-Wisp or Toxic. I want to find out what set he's running, and again, I'm not going to die to any one move. So he does Will-O-Wisp. That's completely fine, as expected. So he is more than likely defensive Arcanine or has some sort of defense investment. So I'm thinking my Manaphy will 100. I mean, my Manaphy is 100% faster, but I'm thinking my Mons will all be faster. Smeargle comes out. Surprisingly, I mean not surprisingly, but Smeargle comes out, and I want to go Manaphy and just set up a sub. We break a potential Focus Sash on him. I don't know if he's like Sticky Web or what he is. He could have just for Rapid Spin, to be honest, but I'm gonna go Manaphy and set up a sub. Also, if he doubles back out into Arcanine, that'd be cool. Potentially, or even if Bronzong comes out right now, great. Manaphy comes in and I get up a sub versus those. Or Scrafty. Scrafty would also be great because I do have the Dazzling Gleam to immediately threaten that thing. So I'm okay with Arcanine being, my Aggron being burnt. Its literal only job in this game, especially because there's no Togekiss, is just to get up rocks. And with Roar, we prevent setup from Scrafty, from Calm Mind Raikou. I could still take a +1 Thunderbolt from Calm Mind Raikou and just phase it out. If he does have that. I don't expect him to trick or do something crazy like that here. I mean, that'd be a great play if he did do that, but I don't expect it. Not versus a burnt Aggron that literally just went for Roar versus Arcanine. So I really wouldn't expect that. What if he is Scarf Breloom? Okay, so I switch out, which means he doesn't. I'm definitely slower than him. So we're going to switch on to our Manaphy. Let's see what this thing does. Let's see what we can do. He does set up Toxic Spike, so very glad that I got in my Manaphy immediately. Because he doesn't appreciate this thing at all. So we're just going to sub up T-Spikes. Good call on his part bringing T-Spikes. I mean, I have Defog, so for a reason. Immediately? Let's see what he switches out into, actually. This is weird. Like, what do you do right here? He does go out to Bronzong, so that's setup fodder for me. It definitely should be. It definitely should be setup fodder for me. I don't know if he has Psychic. Even then. Manaphy. Bronzong. Because like Earthquake doesn't break my sub. He could have Psy Wave, I guess. Psychic can break my sub. I'm going to see what he wants to do to this thing, so I'm just going to throw off a Scald. I don't know exactly what his Bronzong would do, and also if I can potentially burn anything coming in, like Raikou, they're just neutered, so I don't know what Bronzong would do to me. Grass Knot also does crap. It's so light. Grass Knot. Yeah, it does like 10. It literally has 20 base power versus me. So we're just going to throw off a Scald as he does withdraw. So I'm glad I just threw off a Scald immediately. Let's see if Raikou can come in. What is that? Scrafty? No, that's Raikou. Okay, great. Dragon. Why did I say that? I knew that was Raikou. I definitely knew that would be Raikou. That's why I actually took this as an opportunity to Scald as opposed to setting up, because if Raikou does have Volt Switch, then I do have the potential just to do a massive, like just massive amounts of damage to it. It is a leftovers Raikou, however. Lefties. Honestly, just gonna Scald again. because he has the Thunderbolt. If he sets up a Calm Mind, it gives me the opportunity to burn him. That looks shiny. Is that shiny Raikou? Can't even tell. So, able to smack him with that, Scald. Nice, nice, nice. He is extremely, extremely low. Let me put that he's at 20%-ish. That's about 20%, definitely. I don't want him HP icing right here. I could definitely see him doing that, which is why because like, look at the rest of my switch-ins. Ooh, I almost misclicked Garchomp. Which is why I'm going to go out into my Aggron and just start phasing him around as many times as I can. Whether it be to Breloom, Arcanine, like I will 100% phase him out right here. And I'm going to defog later with my Flygon, getting rid of these Toxic Spikes, and then potentially setting up a sub Tail Glow Sweep again. He could double, again he could Volt Switch. Had I Tail Glowed, I actually would have knocked out the Raikou immediately. But I didn't want to just because I didn't know if he would, like, what type of Raikou it was. If it was like a Volt Switching one or something like that. But I like, Scald does 87 to 102%. Like, had I Tail Glowed, I had a good chance of knocking him out. But again, we're just going to go out to Aggron. He could HP Ice here. Whatever he wants to do, I can phase him out. Rocks aren't like 100% necessary in this game. The Toxic Spike is really smart on his part. I like that. I like that PK. I could have brought Garbodor. Actually, Garbodor would have been great considering his Defogger is probably like, or his Rapid Spinner is probably Smeargle. But we're going to go into our Panza. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Let's make an HP Ice, maybe another Thunderbolt. He does go for Shadow Ball. Nice mid-ground play. Good mid-ground, good mid-ground. And what we can do is just phase out whatever the hell wants to come in. Whatever wants to come in, we phase up, bro. Phase up. So I'm gonna hit him with this Roar. Again, Raikou is gonna die to Dragon Move. Smeargle dies to Dragon Move. Like, if he wants to Thunderbolt, that's completely fine. I don't mind losing my my setup Mon. I really don't. Like my setup Stealth Rock Mon. While I would love to have rocks in this game, I don't want to deal with T-Spikes. Also, Kyurem Black, if you guys didn't know, like, absolutely destroys. Like, it actually does. I have a Lumberry too, so I'm not too worried about anything. I do a pretty decent amount to his Bronzong as well. 30 to 40% if it's fully special defensive. That's not too bad. Again, good call on his part. T-Spikes, very nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Do I even tank this? Oh wow, it does 70 max. I do tank this. Clean. So we'll be able to phase him out. He's already in range of Flygon's U-turn as well, so that's pretty cool. And whatever comes in, I'll die to hazards and be able to take advantage of it, basically. Is what I am trying to say. So it does Thunderbolt. Again, we do tank this unless he is Modest or Rash. Yep. So 100% confirmed Tibid. As we force him into the Liberty Bell. So not the best, but definitely not the worst switch for me. Because I can knock off this thing's item. Definitely having that T-Spike is so annoying right now. But still, so good on his part. It's only one T-Spike though, so I can go into my Lucky and just click knock off. Hit him with a knock off. How did a mic was dropped? And now that I'm also now that my Garchomp is Toxic Spiked, he can't burn me with Will-O-Wisp. So we're gonna be able to knock off an item. Don't know which one it's gonna be per se. He actually lets me knock off his Bronzong, so that's great. As he skill swaps. Ooh. So I get Levitate now? That's cool. Bronzong. Skill swap. So he's gonna get regenerated and come all the way back. So I'm not, there's like no point in even saying like that he lost his item right here. But What I want to do is just Leech Seed. There's no way he's going, like, there's no way he's going Breloom here. And Skill Swap, Protect. Ooh, interesting. Skill Swap, Protect, Stealth Rock. What is your last move? I mean, I'm still seeding no matter what. There's no way you go Breloom. He might think I don't have a way of touching Breloom too. I kind of hope he does think that. Oh, he goes Breloom here. Potentially breaks a Sash. But like getting off a Leech Seed on anything, whether it be Smeargle, whether it be the Bronzong, just getting rid of its item. Skill Swaps. Stealth Rock, Skill Swap, Protect. I don't know its last move. I really don't know its last move. What is your last move, friend? Not having my Regenerate is really cool. I mean, this strategy would have been cooler if he had like Gator still, but I like it though. So he does withdraw. Let's see what he goes out into. Inkling. Ooh. As we are able to land that. Nice, 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 nice. Get some cool Seedinators off. Okay, so I can't really risk being too weak to Raikou, but at the same time, Kyurem Black dominates it. So I think I honestly just want to go hard into Flygon. I'm gonna go hard into Flygon. Like, I'm tired of playing around with these hazards, especially as he Rapid Spins. Yeah, that's completely fine. I'm gonna let him Rapid Spin right now. Hit him up with a D5. I think he's. I really do think he's Scarf. Wait, did I say that when I? Why did I say you think he was Scarf? I mean, there's nothing that's been shown yet. Rapid Spin. Spin. He allows me to defog, so I'm not sure exactly like how he's gonna play around this, but he does allow me to defog right here. As he is gonna get up his T-Spikes. Like, he's not gonna. I just swap between this and Tangrowth. So I always click defog. I literally swap between this and Tangrowth. As he has Super Fang. Ooh. Super Fang. But I got rid of the T-Spike, which is extremely important. Doesn't Super Fang break a sub on Manaphy? I'm positive it does. Well, I'm going hard Manaphy anyway. I'm positive Super Fang actually breaks a sub on Manaphy, but as he sets up his T-Spike, I want to just get rid of this thing. I need recovery on my Manaphy, so I'm going right for Scald right here. I don't want Raikou coming in. Breloom coming in isn't too big of a deal because I still do have Tangrowth. I'm just going to throw off a Scald right here. I'm hoping to get rid of a Mon or potentially burn something. If he does go out into... If he does go out... One, if he stays in, he dies. He dies 100%, and I'm almost back to full HP. Two, if he goes Bronzong, which would be interesting. One, if he goes... Okay, let me keep explaining what I'm trying to say. Raikou coming in is great because it dies. Breloom coming in means that I beat it down with Scald plus Dazzling Gleam, like 100%. Plus Breloom isn't the biggest issue at the moment. Actually, if I get rid of Raikou, I literally click Earthquake and win the game. Or Outrage, excuse me. Gotta get rid of Bronzong, gotta get rid of Raikou. He does stay in. What is he going on into? Breloom, he's going on into Soldier Boy, so that's the Breloom. Oh no, that's Scrafty. Wait, duh. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense, actually. Is that a Salt Vest? Nope. It just took nothing. Scrafty. Are you Dragon Dance? Let's see. I mean, Dazzling Gleam should be able to knock it out, but I want to make sure, like, what is this damage? That damage is nothing. Scrafty. It might just be bulk up, to be honest, but that looks like max HP. I mean, either way, I'm firing off a Dazzling Gleam. This is too much of a threat to not go for Dazzling Gleam right here. It shouldn't kill depending on his HP invest. Oh, I actually knocked it out. Great. I get a crit. I don't know if it mattered depending on his HP investment, but the Scrafty that I was fearing is now gone. Clean. So Scrafty being gone is great, and Manaphy is still at full HP, so it can still take on Arcanine, still take on Bronzong. Also, if Raikou comes out, I already know that. Okay, so that could have been a roll right there. I don't know if he was careful bulk up, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it probably wasn't a roll. Well, I mean, 22 to 26. Yeah, if he was max Spadef Calm Mind bulk up, I don't think that was a roll right there. That was definitely in his favor to live, if anything. So I do apologize. I don't know his spread 100% because the calc is like weird. Because the calc could show I either got really low or could get really high on Dazzling. I have no idea. But Scrafty is gone, and we do not have to deal with that thing. And that's important to me. Still lame, though. Definitely still lame. I think he was above the range anyway. If he was max Spadef, max HP, obviously. Thing is, it also shows that could be a low roll on... Because if my Skull was a low roll on just max HP, like careful, then Dazzling Gleam knocks it out. I don't know, that's weird. Anyway, the Raikou's going to come out. Don't care about that T-Spike because I do have my... why am I saying it like that? But I don't care about the T-Spike because I do have the Lumberry, Kyurem Black that I can just go out into and just literally click Earth Power. I think Kyurem Black just wins at this point, or really close to it anyway. Very, very close to just winning. Very, very close. Still got to be careful about this Raikou, but yeah. I'm assuming he's going to HP Ice here. Yeah, and I could just Earth Power, which is going to be good. Should be great. I think he might be Scarf Braylon. I don't know. No, if he would bring out the Scarf Braylon if he was Scarf Braylon. But anyway, getting rid of Scrafty early. Great. Something I was definitely worried about. And now Kyurem Black can have a little bit of fun. I definitely want to get rid of those... I definitely want to get rid of those T-Spikes. Just because Arcanine could be a little bit annoying with it. I mean, at the same time, again, he won't be able to burn me, so that's great. And again, I'm going out to Kyurem Black, and what I can do is just click Earth Power because I do have Terra Volt, so Bronzong doesn't matter to me. I should have paid attention to the skill swap, to be honest, but it doesn't make a difference what it is. Pretty sure it was Levitate. That doesn't make a difference at all because Terra Volt goes through it. And there was no way you wouldn't bring Levitating Bronzong versus me. So, hard into Beatdown. The Beatdown. If you guys haven't heard Get 'em, go here. Get 'em. Go hard into that. Get our nice Lumberry. Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. As he Thunderbolts. Cool, cool, cool. Hoping for no para. Awesome. I didn't see the electric at the end. And we can just click Earth Power and pick up a potential kill right here. Yep, we just click Earth Power. Unfortunately, because it was really cool to have the skill swap on Bronzong. That was so cool, by the way. I love that. That was really cool. Unfortunately, because of that, that Bronzong gets to live 2 Earth Powers depending on its investment. He might pivot into Breloom here. I could see him doing that. I would do that. But yeah, Bronzong can definitely live this because of regen, since it's pretty much near full. Well, it actually depends. It actually depends. Because it does 40 to 48% to Bronzong. So let me actually pay real close attention to what this Bronzong does when it comes out. I gotta pay really close attention. Yeah. Maybe Zesty Breloom as well. Could definitely see that. Look at Raikou. That man needs to shave its armpits. You see that? Anybody else see that? I mean, he doesn't need to shave his armpits. If he was a runner, he should shave his armpits, or a swimmer, definitely. Definitely. Or trim him a little bit, you know? Want that to get in the way. Assuming he's going to sack his Smeargle here, though. I think that's a good mid-ground play. Yep, there's a Smeargle sack. Earth Power will be able to knock that thing out. Goodbye! Goodbye to the Smeargle. Really good mid-ground sack because it doesn't let his, it doesn't allow his Bronzong to take any unnecessary damage upon switching in. So really good play on his part. I agree. Little Mac comes out. Love that nickname. Little Mac comes out. I'm going to go directly into Lucky. I will not let him Mach Punch me. If he's superpowers, I think he's Choice Scarf. Fortunately, without my Regenerator, it's a little bit tougher for me, but yeah, he does Mach Punch. Let's see if he's Life Orb or not. Sharp by Rocky Helmet. And he is definitely Life Orb. Ooh. So he can 100% knock me out with the next one. Concerning, kind of, yeah. Kind of. But we're going to go for Sludge Bomb anyway. Yeah, we're definitely going for Sludge Bomb here. Really cool. I think he's Adamant Life Orb. That's super cool. Stealth Rock, Skill Swap, Protect. That skill swap, man, was so sick on his part. Holy crap. I like it. He could mess up here and actually go for a Swords Dance and then Sludge Bomb knocks him out. Because if he's like max HP Breloom and he's like, yeah, I'm going to go for Game here, then I'll be able to knock him out. But I'm pretty sure PK's just going to click Mach Punch. Yep, there's the Mach Punch again. It does not knock me out. It was the poison. It was a facade. It was a... The poison, man. The poison definitely made the difference in that. Holy crap. And we're able to knock him out with Sludge Bomb. Breloom goes clean. I was wondering why that Mach Punch did so much, but it was definitely the poison that made the difference. Holy crap, man. Holy crap. So Breloom goes right down. I would have had to outplay or play differently versus that. And now we hit up that Flygon, because Flygon deals with Raikou and doesn't allow the T-Spike to be up. And if he goes Arcanine, then we swap. Maybe. I think he would go Arcanine here. I want to default that T-Spike 100% anyway. Like no matter what he does, I'm defogging that T-Spike. So there's the Arcanine. Probably fully physically defensive, to be honest. I actually don't know. Either way, going out to Garchomp is my best play. Just getting off damage. Young, strong, jaw. And we'll be able to see what type of what type he is. Goes for the Will-O-Wisp. That is not going to matter at all. Okay, I actually just want to go for Outrage, because if he is physically defensive Garchomp, physically defensive Strong Jaw, physically defensive Bronzong, Outrage can 2-hit KO. I'm going right for Outrage. I am banded. Adamant Choice banded, bro. Yeah, depending on rolls, Outrage can actually 2-hit KO. You see that damage? Anybody see that damage, boy? Yum. Assuming he's going to protect here. He doesn't protect. What is his last move? We do not knock him out. What is his last move though? Gyro Ball? Stealth Rock. Okay. That man going for them Rockinators. Why'd I say it like that? Manaphy is definitely the best play though. I get up a sub and I get to click Scald. So that's why Manaphy is the best play. Stealth Rock, Skill Swap, Protect. And Garchomp is still out of range of the of everything. So I'm assuming he's gonna go for Protect. Oh, it's Toxic Protect. Wow. So my Manaphy actually just straight up won. Holy crap. But the best play is going for sub. He can't touch me. I know I'm poisoned. The thing is, I'm only regularly poisoned. So what sub ensures that I do is that I get to smack Raikou with a hit because I expect him to protect here. I guess he could switch too, but that won't make a difference, I think. Especially because U-turn knocks out Bronzong at the 1% that it's at. This Bronzong thought it was a glyph score, guys. So had I let off with this Pokemon, I think the game would have been a lot faster maybe at that point, because if he set up Stealth Rock, right, I subbed, and then I Tail Glowed up, everything died. Raikou didn't have Volt Switch. I don't think Mach Punch into Extreme Speed would beat me down. Dazzling Gleam kills Scrafty. I don't know. I'm going for sub here. Definitely going for sub. Maybe if Arcanine crits enough Pokemon, it can win. It depends how the game goes down. Really does depend. Duh. So he does withdraw. What's he go into? Arcanine? The Raikou. Okay. Good play, good play, good play. Well, it depends if the Scald knocks him out. Because subbing was definitely my best play. So what he's trying to do is, I think, potentially win with Arcanine's Extreme Speed, assuming it's Bandit, maybe? You guys understand why I went for sub, though, right? Like that, does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Okay, this Scald is going to do a decent amount. It could knock him out if we get a burn. If we don't get the burn, it definitely won't be knocking him out. Zero for zero. Oh. The important part is he is in range of the U-turn from my Flygon. He's definitely going for Thunderbolt one more time. He can't risk going for like Shadow Ball or anything. He has to go for Thunderbolt here. I could go out to Flygon predicting that, but I think that just the best play is, again, just staying in. If he wants to go for HP Ice or anything predicting me, so be it. Doubt it though. I definitely doubt that he'd do that. That was a cool Bronzong, not gonna lie. Really cool Bronzong. But he's 100% going for the thing is, I wall Bronzong with my Kyurem because I roost, so I think I'm fine. Like, he doesn't touch me. So if he doesn't Thunderbolt here, I'm in a better position, but he will Thunderbolt is the 100% thing. Like, he will Thunderbolt right here. Thunderbolting is his only play. He can't predict, he can't risk predicting my he can't risk predicting my my Flygon. Especially because he Shadow Ball last time. Yeah, there's a Thunderbolt. Alright, so Thunderbolt's able to knock me out. Raiku's still looking really low though. And I go out to Flygon and I click U-turn and I go out into I go Flygon, I go for U-turn, and I love how the dragons are just chilling now. I love that. That's actually so cool. I go out to Flygon, I click U-turn, and I go out to Kieran Black. I have no idea if he's offensive Arcanine, to be honest, but I just seen Will-O-Wisp, so. He does withdraw. Alright, so he withdraws into the Liberty Belt. Is he trying to sweep me with the Choice Banded? I'm not sure. I'm actually just not sure. But Bronzong is gone. I go into Kieran Black, definitely. Like, I take Stealth Rock, I take the Poison. I still shouldn't die to Extreme Speed, though. Oh. I think she banned it or not. Maybe Adamant Choice Band. Let me see this. Extreme Speed does 80. I'm literally 1 point out of range of Extreme Speed if he's Choice Banded. Like, actually 1 point. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I'm 1 point away from Choice Band Extreme Speed. That's sick. So I think he has to go Raikou here. Raikou doesn't knock me out. Even if it does knock me out with like Hidden Power Dragon, I go Flygon and I click Earthquake. So he goes out into Arcanine. Like I said, I am out of range of the Extreme Speed by literally 1 point. Adamant Choice Band Extreme Speed, I'm out of range by 1 point. And Earth Power does 77 to 92%. So there's the Earth Power. Modest Earth Power. As he goes right for Flamethrower. Do I die to Poison? I do. Yeah, now we just go out to Garchomp and click Earthquake twice. Because we are Choice Banded. Garchomp 100% outspeeds as well. We click Earthquake twice. Actually, we click Outrage. No, even if he's Magnet Rise, he doesn't win with that. Unless he stalls me out enough, doesn't he? Did I click Outrage? Let me see. Because I want to make sure Garchomp knocks him out with defensive. Strong Jaw. Arcanine. You defensive. Arcanine. Outrage does 47 at -1. Yeah, we kill regardless of the drop. So I go for Outrage, that way he can't potentially Magnet Rise win. So I go for Outrage right here. Choice Bandit. This is just so if he is Magnet Rise Raikou, he doesn't stall me out by clicking Thunderbolt repeatedly and getting up to enough where he can beat me down. So Arcanine goes down. His last is Raikou. Raikou cannot beat me. Again, this was just the play just in case he was Magnet Rise. I'm still Choice Scarf on my Flygon, right? My item better still be Choice Scarf. Basically, if I went for Earthquake, right, and he went for Magnet Rise and he clicked Thunderbolts enough, he could potentially recover enough. I doubt he was, like, Magnet Rise, though. But he's able to knock me out with that. Nice, nice, nice. And for what week is this in a row? Does he have Extreme Speed? Does this Raikou have Extreme Speed? I guess we'll find out. Nope. But I mean, we already knew he was timid, just based on damage. But I'll be able to outspeed him with my Choice Scarf Flagon, knock him out with the Earthquake, and that is going to be good game. So a solid 1-0 in my favor. Definitely a great game versus PK. Really good game versus PK. A few turns that I was really a little bit like, whoa, about. Like that skill. Basically, you saw that Bronzong, right? There was no way I can know his entire moveset. But if I had set up a sub with Manaphy so early on, I would have just gone to town, like gone to work. But there's a lot of things that could have happened. I don't know about what happened versus Scrafty. I do apologize about that. But in any case, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free, of course, to leave a like. Check out my boy PK. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, friends.